It's time for an interview segment. We have Chris Anderson, White Township's manager, joining us, and our segments are brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best law firm, best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. Chris, how you doing this morning?
Doing well. Good morning, Josh. How
Good.
you doing?
Doing excellent. It's been busy for White Township. A lot of different things going on. The paving projects, the roofing project at the township building, sewer, all sorts of different things. Why don't we start with paving, because a lot of people have been kind of wondering about the paving schedule for White Township. How's that rolling?
So we are actually complete with our contracted paving road list, and they took, over the last couple of weeks, they took a few days, grinded out a couple long days, and finished our paving project. They went in. We do have an inspector with them at all times. They cut the driveway sections out where they're going to tie in, and then they come in, do their pavement, and then once they leave, we do go back in and do some touch up or some landscaping if they messed anything up. So that project's just about complete.
All right, that's good to hear. So I imagine now it's going to be the in-house projects at this point.
Yeah, once we get the big contracted paving list done, we focus on in-house jobs, and a lot of those are the smaller jobs that we can pave ourselves with our own paver. A lot of stormwater catch basins, a lot of cross pipes, crossings, things like that.
Speaking of stormwater, I imagine the heavy rains that we've had, especially yesterday as well, I imagine that's caused some setbacks for some of those projects.
Yeah, starting with that storm we had early May, we've had a couple good storms roll through the area and cause some issues. And when you get some of these heavy rains and they go, one day and then the next week it's the same thing, and it's kind of gets in a kind of a repetitive motion, it surfaces some issues. And we've had two big cross pipe issues in particular. One we're fixing today, actually. It's over by Hoyt Drive over here on the west part of town, and the other one is in one of our Monticello neighborhoods, where we have a pretty good stormwater pipe project we're going to be replacing here in the next week or so.
Okay, so that's going to be getting underway pretty quick. So.
Yeah, when you get a lot of water running through some of these pipes, it's when you start seeing the sinkhole show up and you start seeing the debris wash in them, there's an issue, and that's when we get our camera equipment out and find the issues and put a repair plan together.
Speaking of sinkholes, I don't know if you've seen this one. This one, I believe it's in the township, but it's kind of looked like a driveway to Fast Times. Up on, you know where I'm talking about?
I do know where you're talking.
It looks like it totally collapsed. I mean, that's just kind of the danger of having those kind of areas.
Yeah, when you deal with, a lot of the township was heavily built in the 60s, 70s, and we had a lot of, the tin steel pipe put in, and it's at its end of its lifespan, and when you get some of the rusting and issues like this, you're going to see more of this, happening throughout the state.
Unfortunately. So just be careful, I guess.
And anything like that, it gets expensive. It's timely. It's no good.
All right, let's talk about some projects that are going on the construction side of things. First off, how are things going with the roofing project?
So we had the insurance company send in an inspection company, and they came in and did a full system scan of the roof. They did one from the interior and exterior. They're finalizing that report now, and hopefully we're in a position tomorrow at the supervisors meeting to take action and release that contract so we can get that roof moving. We do have some temporary measures in place. We did some 5-gallon buckets of the sealer that was recommended, and went and did a couple coatings. So we're okay as of right now.
Yeah, but again, that's just a temporary fix. You probably want to get that project in the rearview mirror as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that storm caused a lot of issues for a lot of people.
You're telling me
it just added a little bit to the workload and a little bit to something we're typically not used to dealing with. It was a good learning experience, but yeah, you're right. Having a rearview mirror be a nice feeling.
So let's talk about S&T Bank Arena. Some good projects going on there. I was over there for the wrestling show the other day. Saw some improvement projects going on in some of the, I guess, the retail areas of the building.
Yeah, we expanded out the CrossFit gym and added them some more floor space. We are actually putting in a new pro shop, which is small. It's smaller scale. It's going to have basically for your skate sharpening and then a little bit of equipment there if somebody needs something in a pinch. We're going to have a new skate rental area as well as a counter. So when you come into the main lobby, the new CrossFit gym is all on the right, and the pro shop is moved off to the left with the new counter. So it's nice. It looks good. It's all freshly painted. Looks pretty decent. And then along with that, we're doing the HVAC upgrades and the installation of the large ceiling fans. And you see how high that building is. A lot of the heat goes straight to the ceiling. So these ceiling fans are designed in a way to slowly circulate some of the air and keep it more comfortable temperature in there all year round.
So some giant fans going in there sounds like pretty
Yeah,
smart.
yeah. I need to get out and take a look at them because I think they've actually been installed as of the end of last week. But
And you're absolutely right with the heat being able to be retained in that building. Again, I was at that wrestling event. It was warm in there, but they had a giant air mover that was going, so I'll say it was livable.
yeah,
It was livable in there.
we've certainly had our share of hot days though recently. In the last
That's
few
certainly
weeks.
true as well. So what about some of the other things at that complex, White Township Rec? I understand the disc golf, there's going to be some improvements in that area?
Yeah, we had the crew all last week. They were out with some equipment, and they were tearing out some of the obstacles in the way for the new disc golf course, tearing out some stumps, removing some debris, large rocks, some mounds, things like that. So essentially that 18-hole disc golf course, which will be on the backside of the complex, it'll be in a really good condition that we can mow the fairways, and it'd be a nice playable course here fairly soon.
It's amazing how popular disc golf has been.
When I pull in there, I'm always amazed at how many people are actually out there playing, and it's a great relaxing sport. Go out, just take a walk around the complex, and have a good time. I'm impressed with the use of the course.
So let's talk about a little bit more on recreation. Getty Heights Park has been getting some attention, especially the soccer fields down there.
Well, yeah, we down at Getty Heights Park, we've had some water issues, and there was a little bit of a stormwater system put in place there years ago. Just fails.
Was this one of the reasons why you got that new
trencher.
the trencher?
Yes, yeah, we purchased the trencher for a Ventrac, and if you're familiar with the Ventrac equipment, we do utilize it for mowing and some rough cutting and brush hogging and things like that. But you have dual wheels, and it's like a real light footprint. It almost floats on some of the ground.
Okay.
And we did buy that trencher attachment, and we plan to get in there and redo some of our stormwater drainage on the Getty Heights Park. And if you've seen it, there's some standing water, there's some high grass, some wet areas. It needs some attention, and we plan to get there this week.
Certainly would make soccer a bit of a slog over there.
Yeah, and just for the kids in the playground and everything, everybody utilizing the pavilion. And then also on the soccer fields over here at the recreation complex, we plan to get in there and do a little bit of trenching and stormwater work as well.
All right, so all the fields are going to get a little bit of treatment in the upcoming
a little
days.
bit of treatment.
What was speaking of the rec complex, it was pretty exciting. I know we probably talked about this. I know it was brought up during the meeting a couple weeks ago, but just how exciting it was to have the PIAA playoff game, and just how many fans turned out to the White Township Rec Complex. That sounded like it was a great success, and how the township was able to handle it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was truly awesome. And then when they have that many people come out of the community and show support, it's a great feeling. And you know that was the first step, and it may be one of their tougher games where they went the whole way through and ended up with the state title. And it was a good first round playoff game. We're hoping that we can do the exact same thing next year, and hopefully looking forward to it.
Or maybe host some other neutral games as well.
We have I know our rec director was in contact with some PIAA representatives and threw it out there that we would be open to hosting some neutral games, and if you did watch the game, we did have a field crew that we went out there in a couple of the innings, and we tried to put on a decent show for the community, and it was a great day of baseball.
A lot of compliments paid to the township crews that worked on the field that day. Speaking of the rec programs, there are a lot of rec programs that are about ready to start.
Yeah, there's rec programs. Go to our White Township website, specifically the recreation page, or reach out to Stephanie out at the recreation complex. and just have a conversation about what you have coming forward. I know there's some art classes and some recreation events coming up, so get signed up.
All right, and there's going to be a bat walk in White's Woods.
Yeah, there's going to be an expert on bats coming in to do a bat walk on July 15th, and that'll be in the evening hours, and there'll be more information about that at tomorrow's supervisors meeting.
Okay, so tomorrow's supervisors meeting, that's the 1 o'clock meeting
That's
of the
1
month.
o'clock, yes.
Now, I did see a notice on the website that tonight's planning commission meeting canceled.
It is canceled. We did not have any new business to come before the board, so we
All right, lack of an agenda.
yeah we met last week at a review meeting and decided that it would be okay to cancel for this month. But there's still a lot of talk in the community. We've had some conversation with some developers, but at this month, just nothing on the agenda.
So right now, as it stands, at least as far as we've seen development-wise, Seven Brews is just about in. They were able to bring in their prefabricated building, it looks like. Raising Cane's looks like they're just about, they're that close to opening,
Yeah,
it looks like.
I think they're finalized out. They have their final inspections. Seven Brews is getting really close. And Rural King as well. It's another big one on that
Yeah,
corridor.
another big one on Oakland Avenue. That Oakland Avenue corridor has really transformed into a big business area for the township.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot
it's,
of restaurants, a lot of stores going into the mall again.
Yeah, and that the new roadway improvements out there, it moves a lot of people through those intersections out there and gets them where they're going, and it's certainly the place where the developers want to be right now.
And certainly walkable as well with all the sidewalks that were put in over the last few years.
Yeah, you get some bike paths out there. It's good.
All right, Chris, hey, thanks very much for joining us.
Yep, appreciate it, Josh.
All right, Indiana in the Morning presented by First Commonwealth Bank. That was Chris Anderson with White Township. And our interview presented by Marcus and Mack, voted best law firm, best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online, marcusandmack.com.